Morning, it's Patsy. So I've come on today to do a bit of a VR to Summer over at Astaria. She did a collaboration with the Love Crystals showing the fairy decks, and Summer asked people to let her know what decks they'd got. So I said I'd do a bit of a VR tour and show my Fae and Fairy decks that I have, because I love the Fae and Fairies, but didn't realise I got quite as many when I dragged them all out. And I didn't drag all of the ones what was kind of a bit of a mixture, because there's a few decks that do have some Fae and Fairy influence, but they're not all. I haven't touched those, I've left them in there. So what I'm going to do it in two parts, because one part would take way too long. So the first part is going to be my tarots. So these are all my tarots related to Fae and Fairy. First off, I'm going to show the book that I have, the Fairy Bible. I got this not that long ago, about 3 weeks ago I think this was. I got it secondhand in a secondhand bookshop, £5. And I do have a lot of these Bibles: the Angel Bible, the Astrology Bible, Tarot Bible, Crystal Bible. I've got quite a few, so I thought this would be a great one to add to my collection. If anybody's interested in me showing this, let me know and I'll show it. But yeah, so I thought I'd show you that. So the latest one that I bought isn't particularly fairy, but it's very much based and reminds me of that kind of, and that's why I went ahead and bought it. And it's the Hush Tarot. I have done a walkthrough of this, and I did say in my walkthrough that I'm not finding it and me connect. So what I've done is I've put it on my shelf, and I will go back to it. But it's very nature based, very reminds me very much of a Fae deck. But yeah, there's just something about it I just can't seem to connect to. So that will stay on my tarot shelf for me to try and connect with at a later date. So the next one is the Forest of Enchantment. I love this deck. It is a Llewellyn, but it is the images. I've been really enjoying working with this. The image is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely stunning deck. And I have just put it away. I have been working with it for a while, but it's been put away onto my shelf. Doesn't mean I don't pull it out and use it when I want to. It's just that it's not actually sitting on the altar. A lot of people have this deck, so I won't show too many. But yeah, so that's the forest, the Enchanted Forest, I should say, by Linnea Weatherstone, Llewellyn Publishing. So that's another one. Another one that I recently acquired a couple of months ago, another one that I'm absolutely loving, is a Low Scarabeo deck, and it's the John Bower. This is absolutely stunning. I love this deck. I'm loving working with it. I did have the Backham Tarot, and I just found the images a bit dark and it didn't really do an awful lot, so I moved that on. But this one, it's John Bower. I absolutely love. It's gorgeous and it reads like a dream for me. So yeah, so that's the John Bower Tarot, and like I said, I do love that one. The next one I'm going to show is the Shadowscapes. And I haven't really worked with this. This is Stephanie Pugh Monlaw. I think I said that right. I haven't really worked with this. And I pulled it out the other day because I was going to move it on because I'd never worked with it. And then I was looking at the images and I was like, do you know what? I'm not moving this on at all. It is absolutely stunning. And I do want to work with this, and I do want to spend some time getting to know. I know that the images are very small, but I'm used to very small images because some of my favourite decks are Paulina Cassidy decks, and they're very detail based, and this is no different. But this is a beautiful deck, beautiful. I don't know why it was sitting on my shelf for so long and me not touching it. Maybe because of my eyes. But yeah, so that is the Shadowscape Tarot, and I'm really looking forward. The backs are gorgeous on these as well. I'm looking forward to getting to know that one in the next couple of months. So that is another one, the Shadowscapes. The next one is I've had the Tarot of the She. I've had this one a while. A couple of years ago, I think I bought this one. And it's a big, and that's probably why I don't use it as much, because it's more oracle size than it is tarot size. But I've used it quite a lot when I first got it, and I love it. I mean, it reads like a dream again. I love the images. I love everything about this deck except the size. It's a bit chunky for me. But yeah, it is gorgeous. I mean, the suits and everything card changed in this, but it doesn't detract you away from the card's meaning or anything. But yeah, so that's the Tarot of the She by Emily Carding, and that is another one that I love working with. Just wish it was a bit smaller, and that's probably the reason why I don't work with it as much as some of my other Fae decks. So the next one I'm going to show you is the Chrysalis Tarot. I've had this a good while. This is a US Games, and it's by Holly Sierra, written by Tony Brooks. I've had this a while, and I keep pulling it out and working with it and then putting it back. The system is different to the Rider-Waite as the backs, and as name changes. But I do love this deck, and I can't move it on. There's something about it that won't allow me to move it on, even though I don't use it an awful lot. But the more that I use it, the more that I connect with it. So this is another one I'm going to try to work with alongside the Shadowscapes, to get to know better, because it's a beautiful deck. I absolutely love it. Great quality. But yeah, so that one is another one I want to work with. It's been a slow start for me, but the more I use it, the more I'm liking it. So that is the Chrysalis Tarot. The next one is the Crystal Visions Tarot. Now, this is by Jennifer Galasso. I've had this for about 18 months, I think. This must have been more than 18 months probably, because I've trimmed it, and I've not been able to do trimming since I've had bad eyes. And I wished I hadn't really, because it's too small for me now. I prefer it to have the borders to be a little bit bigger. But it's still a lovely deck. It's still a gorgeous deck. I might rebuy this in not trim it, just have the original size with the borders, because the borders don't even bother me no more. Oops, two there. But this is very, very Fae to me, this one. So this is a really pretty deck, and I do like to work with this. Like I said, I just wished I hadn't trimmed it. So that's the Crystal Visions Tarot. Then the next one that I'm going to show you is the Paulina Tarot. Now, everybody who is a regular to my channel will know that I love Paulina Cassidy. But I haven't really used this. One. I think because, there's the back's very Paulina Cassidy. I think because I love the Joie de Vivre as much as I do, this one is kind of been left, and it's got a different energy to the Joie de Vivre. It's a little bit darker, I don't know. I probably just haven't given it a chance, because I do love the Joie de Vivre so much. So if I pulled one of Paulina's decks, then this is the one that I'll use. The Joie de Vivre is the one I normally pick. I've got the Spirit Song as well, and that's probably about the only animal deck that I do like to work with. But yeah, so this is the Paulina, and I really should try to get to know that a bit better, because it is a gorgeous deck, and I do love Paulina's work. So yeah, that is another one I really should get to know better. Now, my top two is going to be no surprise for everybody, because I show them all the time. but I'll give you a quick look again in case you haven't seen them. And of course, it's the Joie de Vivre what I was just talking about. It's a gorgeous deck, love this. These are probably still in a bit of order because I searched through these to do my VR the other day, the hashtag Tarot Majors, which was your favourites. But yeah, so this one, as people who are regulars will know, that is one of my top tarots of all time, and I love working with that one. And then the last one, of course, is my favourite, what I work with all the time, but specifically for me, and it's my Tarot of the Hidden Realms. I've never found a tarot that beats this one for me. This just, I just love this one. If I could only keep one deck, then this would be the deck that I'd keep. I could just sit and look at this all day. Absolutely love it. It is, that's one of my favourite cards of all time. I just love that King of Pentacles. But yeah, this deck just speaks to me. I absolutely love it. So they are my Fairy tarot decks. There is a couple more that I want, but I haven't got them at the minute. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that right? 6, 7, 8, yeah, 9. So there's 9 tarots that I have at the moment. So thanks for watching, and if you also like Fae decks, I'd love to know which ones you have, which tarot you have. And once I've uploaded this, I will then be doing my oracles that I have that are Fairy. But thanks for watching, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.